Ladies and gentlemen, gentlemen and ladies, ladies and gents, I just wanted to make a comment. You see, somebody's going through the habit of posting videos on the EEON YouTube channel, and that someone has gone out of his way to point people in a specific direction, not jumping from one process to another. And then someone has gone out of their way of saying that the information that person was providing to people, man, that it was inaccurate and that he didn't know what he was talking about. Well, the person providing videos on the EEON YouTube channel, yeah, EEON, this channel right here, that person didn't care what the other person was saying. So you know what that person did? The one who puts up the videos on the EEON YouTube channel, you know what he did? He continued to put out information, but he also added a lot more references as to where he getting his stuff from. He even told people how long this stuff has been going on from the actual judges themselves. Well, there have been two people that have been trying to interfere with the process, been dealing with, talking about, and bringing up this person's name, the one who does the EEON YouTube channel. And so I did a video, and it was entitled Infant Mortgage, The King Speaks. You guys saw the King Speaks video, the King Speaks video. Well, that video was directed at those individuals, any of those individuals who decide to talk about this man behind his back. And so, after that video, one particular person, his name, I'll tell you, because I'm here to protect the innocent as well as the guilty. He said, name being Yusuf L. Some of you know about him. Some of you don't. Some of you are like me. You don't care about the person. Well, that person said, well, not an email. He left a comment under a video. You know the comment section? You know the comment section that everybody thinks they have a right to? Now, this person right here, thank you very much. They say modesty. People, I'm not modest, but I do appreciate the compliment. Okay? It's people like this that I respect and appreciate. And this gentleman says, hey, Brett, I'm in the UK. Can I do this in the UK? Many thanks for your awesome videos. My videos are not awesome. But to this person I wrote, every country has an age of majority law. Do you have a birth certificate? Then do the research for your country. This person says about the modesty, saying I'm modest. And I told people I am not a star, even though the young lady says, I'm in here talking to an actual star, a celebrity. People, oh, here it is right here, the trifles. This is the video where the king speaks. We can go there in a second. Ladies and gentlemen, this person says, you really are a light worker. Ladies and gentlemen, gentlemen and ladies, I said I have to be insignificant in my own eyes, but thank you. You see, I'm required not to think too much of myself. That's why I told you when I gave that talk, the last video I did, this video right here, when I gave that talk that I speak about in this video, in a Kingdom Hall of Jehovah's Witness, where I sat up there and I practiced, and I gave it without, let me say that again, I gave it without opening a book, looking at any notes. The entire talk was memorized. Yeah, I was showing off because I was aware that a young man who was a Jehovah's Witness, his name was Schroeder. Schroeder gave a talk. As he got older, he was losing his vision. So he would give his talks from memory. And I said, you know what? That's a good idea. I'm going to do that. But I did it, and I was actually showing off at the same time that I could do something like that. That ain't supposed to be. And I paid heavily for that. Not with Jehovah's Witnesses. They didn't even know. But Jehovah knew. Right after I gave that talk, everything went downhill. That was 1997. 1998, 1999, and 2000, I spent in a state penitentiary in Arizona for doing something stupid right after I gave that talk and during that time. A hypocrite I was. I won't be that anymore. Wasn't that before then, but that only helped me to see that there were things I needed to work on. So, while I'm spending time in that penal facility, I'm working on me. But most importantly, I'm working on the relationship I have with the God I serve. But let's get back to the reason for this particular video. This gentleman has been leaving several manifestos and dissertations in the comment section of my videos. Oh God, idiot. People, this is a privilege down here. And I'm sorry, but you all know how one idiot can mess it up for all the good people. It's been happening in all of our society. One idiot sat up there and made a comment and did a dissertation under my video. Who gave him the right? Because I know I didn't. I know in the past I told people, hey guys, negative comments in the video comment section will not be tolerated. If you have a comment that is productive and positive, leave that. But do not sit up here and voice your opinion. There's a group called UTFO, stands for Untouchable Force Organization. May I continue? Yes, you may. Now, people, anyway, ladies and gentlemen, the whole issue here is I never gave that person the right. But they give a dissertation. That person said that I wasn't even a thought in one of their comments. Wasn't even a thought. So I started to go and check the comment section. Now, as you can see, this is him. People. Oh, it was there. It was. You didn't see that. If you rewind the video to where I first clicked, you would have saw Yusuf L. Several comments. I'm going through and I'm like, this man has been venting underneath my videos. I ain't gave him permission to do that. He said I wasn't a thought, but he left. Look, I wish I still had it up here because I would show it to you. Show you how long those comments are. He's even referring to Black's Law Dictionary. As if that means anything to me, or as if I care. Ladies and gentlemen, the reason why I'm bringing this to your attention, because for a man who says that I wasn't even a thought, dissertations, he not only left dissertations, but you know what he also left? He left his opinion. And so I'm returning his opinion to him at this hour, at this moment. You know why I'm returning that man's opinion to him? Because it's his. He needs to keep it to himself. There's no reason for him to share that opinion with anyone else. There's a song by UTFO, and it's called Split Personality. And so I know sometimes you guys catch me, and I'm tired, and I'm straightforward, and I do not hold back my tongue, and I tell you like it T-I-Z. And then there are other times I'm like, hey, guys, I'm really trying to help y'all here, and I've been up this long and up that long. People, look at the time for these videos. Now, the publisher, this reality one, that right there, I like, okay? But the update, it says an hour and 22 minutes. An hour. Wait, get out of there. I need to see what that says. No! Sorry, I didn't want to
70s.
go there. I did not want to go there. I was
I'm gonna
trying
get
not to go
200.
there. Oh, I'm still talking. I'm going to let that play in the background for a moment. Just for a moment, y'all.
And when I saw what was going on, like,
I haven't talked to
but
Fran.
don't
She's
come
supposed to call me
chasing
today.
after this.
Francis is doing okay, everyone. The video I left up
14th
giving you
December.
all the
After I
corrected
told him
information on her
that
address. I think I put it in this
I was told
section
to leave it
here.
alone. He
No,
thought
I
he could do
didn't.
better.
And I
He
should be
saw
putting it
two.
there. So
Because he claimed to have,
let's see.
he wanted all the commission.
Give me one
Make
second.
myself available for her every single
This is
time she
the
calls.
place where you send for Francis your letters. Okay? If you look up the video for Francis, because I actually say Francis update, and I give the current address. Okay, see, this is Mr. Yusuf L. And since what some of you don't know, let me explain what's been going on so the rest of you can get it. There have been people, they've been saying, hey, did you know Yusuf L is talking about you in his videos? Told him no, and I don't care. Really? Well, I just thought I'd let you know. Oh, by the way, because you said you know about not caring, here's the video link. Now, they didn't know. They did not know, ladies and gentlemen. I'm sorry, I'm doing some dishes. So if you hear that, I want you to know that I actually do my own house cleaning. I'm not like some of y'all can afford the maid, the nurses, the so-called butlers, and the drivers for your car, your automobiles. I'm not like that. Well, let's get back to this commenting thing and people and how people are and what people were trying to do. Now, they didn't try to do this on purpose, y'all. So let's get that taken care of. They did not try to do that on purpose. You know what they were doing? They were being human. You see, my mama used to say, y'all always be hearing me talk about what my mama used to say. Mama used to say, take your time, young man. Anyway, my mama used to say that people are messy. That people are full of... Okay? Now, what you need to understand, I understand that. These people wanted me to defend myself. They wanted to see fight, 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 fight. You know, like the little kids in the school who they get a conversation started, and they get two people to fighting, and then they announce to everybody that these two people are fighting. And so now the people are paying more attention to the fighting than to the guy going through the crowd and taking their wallets. I saw the movie, I think it was called, no, it wasn't Hackers, but it was Black Hat. Where no, that wasn't Black Hat. What movie was this where the guy, it was, it was about a bomb blowing up. Oh, I'm sorry, no, this was a different story. The guy who played in the TV series The Wire as Stringer Bell. This was his movie. And in the movie there's a woman, she walks out, she's in France, and she ain't got no clothes on. And so all the people are paying attention to the woman that ain't got no clothes on, walking down some stairs.
and she's smiling, and everybody's looking. The men are gawking, and while everybody's looking and being distracted, her partner is going by and taking wallets and purses, and he's going in and just shoplifting, because that's what he's doing. He's shopping. So everybody's paying attention to the distraction. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm not going to pay attention to the distraction. I'm doing this video because I want to tell y'all how the acts of one idiot has destroyed it for everyone else. I've turned off the comment section of my videos. I'm back to what I did the last time. There will be no ability for you to comment under the videos. You want to comment? Make your own video. That's what I'm suggesting even to the man who left the dissertations and the manifestos underneath my videos. People, that's my channel. YouTube doesn't own that. I do. I'm the creator of that channel. Go back and take a look. It doesn't have YouTube's name on it. It has mine. It says Eon. Okay. Oh, I'm working on the paperwork for that now, and I will get back with all of you, letting you know exactly what I'm doing on the name change and how I'm doing the name change and the DBAs. Ladies and gentlemen, I do want to say to all of you, before you do your DBA, what I'm going to suggest you do, and this is the suggestion, and I'll bring it up on the videos that I'll be doing on Friday, is that you simply register your estate with the Secretary of State. Okay? The corporation. Put yourself as owner and your all lowercase name. Okay? Once you got that, you got it. Now, I was going to wait to do my paperwork until Monday, after the holy day. I mean the holiday. I mean the day of worshiping a massacre and the theft of property, because people call it Thanksgiving and nobody pays attention. Now, originally, when the so-called pilgrims, who later became known as the Bible students, that's right, they were leaving England because of the oppression of the Roman Catholic priest and emperor known as the Pope. They were leaving that area because they could not openly go and talk about the Bible to their neighbors. They could not own a copy of the Bible because the king, emperor, priest, pope made it illegal. So originally, when they arrived, Columbus went north on purpose. He did not make a mistake. He was not looking for India. Remember, the Spaniards, which Columbus was, were already in Florida, in South Carolina. You want to prove it to yourselves? America was given the name America from a Spanish explorer known as Amerigo Vespucci. It would have been stupid to call it Vespucci land. I live in the United States of Vespucci. Wouldn't have sounded good at all, would it? So they called it America. That's right, I used the play on words right there, and the same as they did when they named it. It's named after Amerigo Vespucci, not Columbus. Well, anyway, when those people came over here, the Indians were nice to them. This holiday is not about the Indians being nice to them. Go back and take a look. This is about them being nice to the Indians. Go back and take a look. We should be thankful. Why? Because they came and they took from the Indians. They were Indian givers. That's right. They blamed the Indians, said the Indians were Indian givers. If you don't believe me, go back and take a look at the history. Do the history of Geronimo. Why do you think Geronimo got the reputation he got? Why do you think he killed all them white men? You didn't hear about the massacres that they did on the Indians? Massacres. Or the white woman claiming she got raped, rape, rape, and blaming it on the Indians when she never got raped. Or when the white men would sit up there and massacre whole cities, well, towns of white people, and then claim the Indians did it. You guys know the tactic. They've done this before. This is not the first time that they have created a false flag, claimed that somebody else did damage when they're the ones who did it. We have all kind of history of them doing that. We have the Vietnam War, the Korean War. Remember, the Korean War, the Vietnam War, all false flag events took place. Remember, as I showed the group at Chicago, that General Wesley Clark had already announced that the United States were going after 7 Middle Eastern countries. And what did the United States say? Go look at the video. He said, why are we going after Iraq? And the other general says, I don't know. Well, what did the Iraqis do? I don't know. False flags. Weapons of mass destruction. You guys kept hearing the phrase, just like I did. Weapons of mass destruction. Ladies and gentlemen, that was on purpose. They kept saying the same phrase over and over and over again. Weapons of mass destruction. Twin Towers. 9/11. International terrorism. Osama bin Laden. Go back and look at how many times each of the words I just said was said over and over and over again. I would be happy if somebody did a video on that so that you all can see that that's programming. Repetitive, repetitive, repetitive. Saying the same thing over and 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 over again is mental brainwashing, programming. Now, don't think that that's a bad thing, because each one of you practice it, especially those of you who are parents. You keep telling your children the same exact junk over and 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 over again. The same exact junk. Why are you doing that? To impress the point that you're trying to get across on their minds. That's why in some homes, I heard one lady tell me, I'm going to call her a lady, but she going to tell y'all that she's just who she is. This young lady, she said in our household, when it came time for dinner, dinner was ready and on the table at 5:30 every single evening. Every single evening. And you had to be present. You see, that wasn't the case just to be the case. That was the way that family ran. That was their repetitive routine. So we do it all the time. We keep repeating things over and over again because we need to make it a habit. Well, the government has been creating habits. Excuse me. I said the government's been creating havoc. If only I were wrong. Yes, I said havoc on purpose. It wasn't I made a mistake in what I was trying to say. The government has been creating havocs and habits. Why would they do that? Why would my so-called government, by the way, ladies and gentlemen, the United States is not my government. It is not my country. Okay? As one of Jehovah's Witnesses, I do not get involved in nationalism on any level. Well, as a servant of the true God, I will never get into nationalism on any level. That's our problem. We keep dividing ourselves. All right, I'm not going to continue. I'm making myself, and you're not going to believe this, ladies and gentlemen. You've heard of fish tacos? Well, I'm making fish burritos. Somebody actually, when I told them I was making fish burritos, They actually tried to correct me. You're supposed to be eating better than that. Excuse me. My mama is in Los Angeles. She and I haven't spoke since 2010. That's right. You ain't my mama, so stop telling me how I'm supposed to eat. Well, you always complain about your health. Blah, blah, blah. I'm not complaining about my health. People, my health is mine. I'm not feeling bad. I'm just having to deal with the side effects of all the chemicals that have been put into the environment to cause me to feel the way that I feel. That's right. I'm passing the buck. This ain't natural. Muscular dystrophy is not natural. Myasthenia gravis is not natural. There's side effects. You don't believe me? Go and do your research. There's nothing natural about disease. Nothing natural about disease. Oh, he's got a natural disease. Yeah, he got that from nature. Nature is just trying to poison him. But no, it's okay. It's only natural. I'm nature. Oh, by the way, there was a gentleman I've been wanting to talk about this in the background in my room while I sleep. I listen to the Watchtower and Awakes. Okay, that plays all night long. All night long, you wanted me to love you when you said softly, reach out and touch me. I'm sorry, that was Stephanie Mills and Teddy Pendergrass. Feel the fire. And I'm not going to sing like they do because Stephanie, man, her octaves are so high that they're illegal. So, I ain't going to do no Stephanie right now. Ladies and gentlemen and ladies, I am about to eat my pastry, my food that I'm preparing, that I invented, that I created. And then I'm going to get started on the paperwork, and I am going to go down and do my fictitious name statement. Now, here are a couple of points, and again, I'll talk about it on Friday. For some of you who are doing the DBAs, understand you're an exempt corporation, so you should not be paying filing fees. You're going to have to look up the codes and the policy as it applies in your community, meaning in your neck of the woods. I am exempt, so I don't do filing fees. I can't tell you why I'm exempt because it's not the same for you as it is for me. You're going to have to do your research. But when you do the fictitious name filing, you're doing it as a charitable organization. You do not have to register your corporation with the IRS. Okay? You don't have to do a 98 series EIN number like the one I have. You don't have to do that at all. You feel me? It's not necessary. I did mine because that's what I did. You don't have to do what I do. As a matter of fact, you can't do what I do because what I do is what I do. You can only do what you do. So learn what you need to learn to do what you need to do. There are no shortcuts. Like I said, for those of you who said, man, me and my group, we want you to come and talk to us. I told you, send me an email. Send it under engagement. There will be no engagements for this week. So that's why I haven't really responded to any of the emails. You guys have to get the dates together. Give me the dates in the email under the subject line, engagement. Do not put anything else in the subject line. I will not respond. I've already said this. Okay? Do not put anything else in the subject line. I will not respond because that lets me know that you have a difficult time with instructions. And then leave your number. And I will call you as soon as I open the email in most cases. But if not, I will call you later that day. And those of you who've been calling and your calls are going straight to voicemail, while I was in Chicago, the little plug the USB cable that plugs into the cell phone for the charging, the actually data transfer cable too. But anyway, that thing broke off into the phone. Couldn't charge my phone. And so I couldn't answer the phone. So I went And I said, hey, Walmart, this phone ain't even 45 days old. Oh, no, you only get a 14-day warranty on that phone. Excuse me? 14 days? Yep, 14 days. There's nothing else we can do. Bye-bye. I said, hey, Walmart, it's a brand new phone. Got to contact Samsung. Walmart, why I got to contact Samsung? You know that's in Japan? It's the best we can tell you. Okay. So the very next day, I went to Walmart, and I was going to buy the same phone. And the only thing I was going to do is see what parts were interchangeable and exchange the parts and send them back their piece of junk. No, technically, I wasn't going to do that. What I was going to do is get the new phone, use it for 14 days. While those 14 days are going on, I was going to send my phone that was under warranty to Samsung. But then the next morning when I woke up to go get the phone, I said, wait a minute, why am I doing that? Let me get my screwdriver kit, open this sucker up, and see what's wrong. I saw what's wrong. I changed the motherboard, and let me just say, I upgraded my phone. I have an upgraded firmware, upgraded software. Okay. However, I didn't transfer all of the information, so some of the calls were going straight to voicemail. But each one of you who left a voicemail, and each one of you who called, I've called all of you back. That's why I brought all this up. I've called everybody back. Nobody can say, well, you ain't never called me and I left a message. Interesting. There's another thing. Many of you who've left messages, I have put that information. I'm sorry. I am here at my brother's house and I see tire tracks. And there shouldn't be tire tracks on this part of the property. I'll go talk to him in a minute to see if anybody's been on the property. Well, anyway, ladies and gentlemen and ladies, I said I was going to make this short. This video was just in response to somebody leaving comments under the video. But I'm glad that I was able to speak to some of you about the fictitious name filing. Okay. The fictitious name filing, again, you file it with the Secretary of State first. Once your corporation is registered with the Secretary of State and it's registered the way you want it, they can't tell you what to do on the state level. On the county level. They have to follow procedure. Secretary of State controls. Secretary of State controls corporations for the state. Remember, a corporation is a creature of the state, receiving its existence and chartered power from the state executive branch. So register with the state first. You don't have to pay no taxes. You're exempt. You're a charitable organization. You're exempt. You don't have to do a 501c B3E AFG. You're exempt. You don't need to do all that other junk. So stop adding it to it. But what if I do this and what if I do that? Then that's what you're doing. Don't call me and ask me how do I do this and how do I do that. You see, that's the attitude right there. Because I'm not covering that. I'm not here to help you with that. That's your turn to do your research because that's what you're trying to do. If you want technical support, dial 1-800 I don't give a. And you will be more than happy to know that I monitor that phone 24 hours a day. So again, once again, that's 1-800 I don't give a. If you want to get a response to your process. I'm not here to figure things out for you. Those of you who are trying to do the things that I've spoken about on video, and you call me and you can verify by your question, the way you ask it, and your response to my questions, that you have, let me say it again, that you have done your research, then I'll do the best I can to provide you an answer. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen, I'm sitting here in front of my computer. Sorry. I'm sitting here on my computer in front of me, and like I said, I listen to what you're hearing in the background all the time. There's a program on my computer that's not starting up, and so I'm trying to get rid of it so that I can go on to bigger and better things. And so, it's called Driver Pack Solution. I don't know what website it's on or anything like that. You know, I can't tell you none of that. All I can tell you is I'm here in front of my computer, and that program is here in front of my computer. And I'm letting it update all the drivers for the computer. It does it automatically, and it installs them automatically. So it's called Driver Service Pack. All right, ladies and gentlemen and ladies, I'm sorry to have taken your time this morning. I know that you have better things to do. I just wanted to let you guys know what was going on with the videos and how some people didn't appreciate it. I know that that's not the majority of you. Remember, I don't advertise. More people go to Yusuf L's website than they go to mine. You saw Rob Ryder. That man had 200,000 views for one video. Okay, that's not me. I'm not trying to be popular. I'm not trying to be out there like that. I am trying to help my neighbor. Remember, you must love your neighbor as yourself. I take that seriously. I love myself. So before I can love you, I have to love me. I'm announcing for the whole world to know I love myself. That's why you're not going to hear any reports. Just in the news, breaking news, Brett Jones, now known as Eon, has just been found dead in the middle of the street. Apparently, nobody knows how it happens. He just appeared out of nowhere in the middle of the street and he's dead. It appears to be suicide. Suicide by ignorance. We'll get back with you on any further developments as they become available. People, I love myself. If you can't hear it in the videos, then I don't know what to tell anybody. Because I fully and truly do love myself. What do you mean? Well, if I'm talking about loving my neighbor, and I know the scripture says you must love your neighbor as yourself, it equates to before I can love anyone else, I must love me. So, I love myself. Final thing. 37 minutes. We won't go over 40, I promise. I've said this maybe before, I don't remember, but I've been forgetting to say it to you. If you want to really improve your functionality in life, if you want to really improve your interactions with life and people and your own self-esteem and your own self-worth, because can't nobody come and take away my appreciation for me. It is not possible. It cannot happen. 1997. I stood in front of the mirror and I told myself, I am not walking away from this mirror until I can give myself 10 things about myself that I appreciate, that I like, that I love. So I stood in front of that mirror and I gave myself 10 things. Yep. 2.5 hours of standing. Told myself I could not leave that mirror until I did that. That shows you that the self-esteem wasn't always there. Now I can do 25, 30 things that I like about myself. Okay? That has changed the very first time when I did that, and it is not easy. So don't think it is. Yeah, it is. It's easy. Yeah, right. Go ahead and do it, and then you come back and tell me how long it took you to come up with 10 things. Go ahead. I dare all of you. I dare every single one of you to get your butts up right now and go stand in front of that mirror and come up with 10 things. And I guarantee you're going to be talking about it's too high. I ain't met a single person yet who has completed that exercise but me. And I've been suggesting it to people for the last 15 years. I didn't suggest it prior to that because it didn't matter whether or not they did that. But I want to tell you that everything changed once I did that. So go ahead, stand your butt in front of the mirror for, I don't know how long it's going to take you. But don't leave until you come up with 10 things. And guess what? I know for a fact you're not going to do it. I know for a fact that you're not going to do it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gents, thank you for letting me take up 40 minutes of your time. I do say on Friday of this week, this is the week of November the 23rd, 2016. We'll be having the updated videos on the infant estate
and mortgages. Take care, end the lawsuit, and have a good day.